Ladies and gentlemen, I saw the Minecraft movie. Now you're probably wondering what I'm thinking. First of all, I want to say big spoilers ahead. You know, if you're planning on seeing this movie, if you haven't already downloaded the illegal unfinished copy and seen it that way, you know, if you want to watch this movie legitimately, you know, spoilers ahead. But I can give you this. Before I go into details, this was a kids movie. And anyone who is reviewing this movie thinking this is some sort of cinematic disappointment, this was a kids movie, okay? Jack Black does the Jack Black isms. You get songs. Everybody knew that the CGI look of this movie looked pretty funky. But I'll say this. The people that were there watching this movie added to the experience of this, because I think this might be a modern Rocky Horror picture. You know, like this level of screaming and hollering in the movie theater I haven't heard in a long time. You know, I often do the bit about, like, you know, I was standing up clapping and people were like, they had to sedate me with a blow dart into my neck. This literally happened. People were quoting this movie on the premiere. Okay. It was Flint and Steel, and I am Steve. Like, loudly. And I was like doing a double take, looking around, like, well, what the fuck? The Nether, you know. But, alright. So I'll say this. I had a good time watching. It's not an amazing movie, but the experience will make up for it. Because you're gonna sit there and be like, what, huh? Like, it's kind of like Post-Law, where there's legitimately children watching this like, I love Minecraft, and, you know, that's what it's aimed for. And then you have people in business suits attending this movie, clapping ironically and cheering loudly ironically, and then the people who aren't cheering ironically, unironically, and it becomes like, huh? And you're sitting there looking around like, what the fuck am I watching? But I'd say this, I had a fun time watching the movie, and I think that at its core of what this movie is, it's a fun little adventure movie for kids with a message about being creative. All right, now I can't really poo-poo this. I can't really, like, you know, criticize it too much. But yeah, that's my official review. You'll have a good time with it. If you like Minecraft, you'll have a fun time, you know. But the thing is about this movie, now we get into spoilers, okay? So, first of all, you know, I get to see, I see all these movies nowadays with bacon. It's at 8:30. It's a little late, so there's not too many kids, which I think kind of added to it, because there was a lot of, like, memers out, you know, showing up in business suits, and I'm like, really? This movie theater was packed. I'm talking, there wasn't a fucking empty seat. You know, and I sit down, I get a huge bucket of popcorn. I don't know why I get popcorn on these fucking movies, because this popcorn at this movie theater is worse than microwave popcorn at home. They burnt my popcorn. How the fuck? That's from a fucking, you know, popcorn thing. It's like, I'm eating about, what is this? Like, is there some, like, funky salt on this or something? But, 5 bags of popcorn. But then I'd see it, and I'm like, man, it's charred, man. What the fuck? So, but I kept eating because I was just hungry, you know. And I'm all one of these people that sneak in like snacks and stuff. I you know, I gotta support your popcorn man, even though it's terrible apparently. But yeah. But anyway, I sit down, and, you know, after 12 to 13, you know, movie intro premieres of, you know, this and that, movie begins, and Jack Black shows up as a little baby, and Jack Black's motivation to go into the mines is that he always wanted to go mining. And within 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, I don't even know, he's in the Minecraft world. There is no mystery or suspense. There's no, like, this seems like a video game or nothing. He finds the MacGuffin, gets to the Minecraft world, and immediately starts making fucking Minecraft dicks. And there was no build up to it. It just like that. It looked like a fucking Super Bowl commercial, like a skit for something else. You know what I mean? Like this felt like a expensive SNL parody. I'm like, what the fuck? We're in. All right, okay. And I have to understand that, like, I have limited Minecraft knowledge, right? Which is kind of funny, but I think, now, I know I'm gonna get some shit for this, but I think that the most interesting part of this movie was the parts that didn't have Minecraft in it. I kind of like Jason Momoa's character, where he, you know, allegedly is Billy Mitchell, like a former world champion guy. And I'm like, I want to see more of that guy. I want to see him, like, you know, pal around and do stuff. You know, I like Jack Black. And who else was it? I mean, you have the whole team of characters, but I was kind of baffled that Jason Momoa, because he was a former world champion video game guy, I thought there was going to be more jokes when he was in the Minecraft movie, Minecraft world, that he's gonna be like, this is a video game, right? I know the glitches, I know how to do speedrun stuff. But at no point did he, like, really connect to me, like, listen, I'm a video game guy. But the video game meta stuff didn't really come into play. It was more just like a really ugly fantasy world, you know? The graphical aesthetics of this movie, I mean, everybody has poo-pooed this, like, my goodness, the sheep is so ugly. Everything looks like that Super Mario picture, you know, the DeviantArt picture from 2008. The Mario with the stubble, big eyes, and realistic skin. So, but the more I ask people, it turns out that opinion is no longer a thing. People love the look of this movie. Several people say it was the best part of the movie. They did the game's justice. I'm like, what? Huh? What the hell? I'm gonna single out one person in chat. You can ask him. Super Weebros. Super Weebros thought the best part of this movie was the look. Okay, Super Weebros, you may defend yourself now. But, you know, I feel in ways this movie was like, it's almost like it was in a vault of a script. And the Minecraft elements to it was kind of incidental with it. They just shoved in. We're like, this could have been any fantasy world, and the Minecraft aspects was kind of like, yeah, we can put that in. Now, again, I'm not a Minecraft, like, enthusiast, so I might be missing a lot of lore and Easter eggs and this and that and whatever. But, as an adventure movie for kids with Jack Black, I thought it was entertaining, okay? It didn't need to be more than this, you know, but I think the pacing of this movie is the biggest complaint I have with it as a legitimate piece of cinema. The pacing is really, really fast. There was that point where they got the, what was it called? The Ender Stone from the evil villagers, and they were in a mansion. I literally looked down and up, and I'm like, what? Huh? And I think that I'm getting too old for this, because a while ago I went back and watched some of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons, and I'm like, I can't fucking keep up with this. Like, it was so goddamn fast within, like, a 10-minute episode that I'm like, what? Huh? Slow down. But I'm sure if you're a kid, your eyes are glued to the screen. A lot of laughs in this movie. A lot of people really enjoyed it. But, there was a couple of things that I did a double take on. These are minor, not complaints, but like, huh? What? What the fuck was up with the animal cruelty in this movie? So many animals died. Okay? Hot lava, hot chicken. Chickens die, pigs die. The alpaca didn't die, but I felt like, holy fuck. I mean, I know it's kind of like the games, but I guess they kept true to that. And the zombies ate the sheep, and I'm like, man, this is kind of violent. But, you know, I didn't even know the zombies ate the sheep. Maybe I missed that in the games. Lava. Kids are being taught that animal cruelty is funny. I think the moral message of this movie is like, be creative, but... was that really the message? I felt they didn't learn anything in the Minecraft world. the whole message was like, this world is terrible, full of danger. Let's get the fuck out of here. At no point we're like, oh, this is great. This is great. We can build anything and have fun. Steve sounded more like a psychopath that was like, yeah, I'm gonna goon inside the Minecraft world. You guys fuck off. I want to build more roller coasters. And I'm like, aren't you 50? But let me see some notes here about stuff, because I technically saw this 2 days ago and stuff kind of has evaporated in my head. But okay, I gotta ask you guys, because you guys know more about Minecraft lore. The witch pig is not in the games, right? That is just something they had to invent for a villain. No, okay. Now, again, I am limited in my Minecraft knowledge, but where the fuck was the Ender Dragon? Where the fuck was he? I thought he was like the antagonist of this world. But I guess that's part 2. What else? What else was a little weird? I did get a couple laughs. There was one laugh that got me in the movie, and that was the end where the villain, the witch, pulled out the dagger and the knife 3 times in a row. I'm like, they're not gonna do that, Joker, and they did. That got a legitimate laugh out of me, because I'm like, that's a stream bit. That is a fuck. There was one thing that completely blew over my head, and that was the chicken jockey. I had no idea what a chicken jockey was. People were like cheering and applauding and doing cartwheels in the movie theater. I'm like, what's going on? I thought chicken jockey was just something they made up for the movie to sell toys. You know, like a baby, what's his name, Baby Yoda? You know, I was like, oh, okay, they did, you know. But no, that's like a thing. Didn't know about that. Did not know about that. Let's see here. But as I said before, I really enjoyed the world outside Minecraft. I thought that was more interesting. I wanted to see more about the chip factory. Jason Momoa was like, you know, honestly, if this whole movie was about Jason Momoa and his former struggles in a faux Billy Mitchell way, I would have seen that fucking movie. You know, but you know, I see some people saying that this felt like the ghost of 3 movies stitched together, and I can kind of see that. Apparently this movie had a lot of like screenwriters on it to just make it work. But you know, everybody was yelling chicken jockey at 2 at the cinema. I know, ironically, I'm criticizing the pacing of this movie, but here I am skimming here and here and here. I usually reserve this to the very end of the streams, because I usually talk during the Sonic movies, Mario movies, where me and Bacon watch to the after credits, and then everybody freaks out. Now, in the Sonic movie, nobody really screamed when Amy showed up. In the Mario movie, nobody screamed when Yoshi showed up. Wait until you see this IRL footage that I captured when Alex showed up. I didn't really know who Alex was, but you're gonna know that everybody else did. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is raw footage from this movie screening, and what you're about to see is extreme spoilers, TM. This footage is insane. Enjoy.
Oh my god.
Bacon, what do you think the after credits is gonna be? What do you think?
I hope it's 6 in Minecraft.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Mario!
Oh, he's gonna have sex.
Bowser!
Luigi!
Hi, sorry to bug. I used to live here, and I'm Steve.
Oh, is this about that chest in the attic?
Oh, yeah! I'm so glad that's still around.
Hey, you want to come in? I'm Alex, by the way.
Yo!
Yo, 6 in Minecraft!
Shut the fuck up.
Yo!
Yo! I got diarrhea! Goddamn! This fucking sucks ass. You are more of a You're more a fanboy than anybody in the theater. Again, I couldn't tell because a lot of that, there was not a lot of children by the end of that because it was getting late. Everybody's going to beddy buys. But the people that remained were the people in the suits, and they, I think they were there. And I don't know who the fuck applauded sincerely, or because again, I was like, yo! But listen, this movie's gonna make a shit ton of money, okay? Because like it or not, I think Minecraft has generated more revenue than like Mario at this point, okay? It's like the most successful like franchise ever in terms of video games. And if you know anything about how IPs work, Barbie, Mario, Sonic, all that stuff, every person who's ever played a video game is gonna see this fucking movie. Regardless if you're gonna think like, oh, this is gonna suck or this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. We're all contractually obligated by the decree of Miyamoto, okay? Now, a couple of other things here. I filmed a lot of stuff during this movie, but I don't know how much I can show because I might get like legitimately sued by, I don't know, Notch or whoever that penis is. But I'll say this. I think... No, there was a Swedish joke in this. So, I forget what her name is. It's the principal of the school. And there's a B-plot about her. There's a villager that escapes to the real world. Jeb was in the diner. Oh, yeah. It wasn't Notch. It was Jeb. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, he did a little cameo in the movie. But anyway, at the dinner scene, there's a side plot about the principal of the school dating the villager that escapes to the real world, and he is so fucking ugly. It is like a sin against my eyes. Okay, Jennifer Coolidge, and they're sitting down, and I'm thinking to myself in my head, you know, this is primarily a movie for Americans. They don't know what a Sweden is. They think Sweden is, you know, their lederhosen, their chocolate, yeah. And I'm wondering, you know, but Minecraft does represent Sweden. It's like one of our most successful games. Will they put in a Swedish joke somewhere? And they're sitting down at this diner, and Jeb is there, and it's going, yeah, would you like their chocolates? Yeah, lederhosen, you know, lol. And he says like, yeah, Lamau, shit, fuck, are you happy with food or whatever, Roffel? And she goes, oh no, we're not quite done. And the villager goes, and she's basically saying, I don't think he understands. I think he's Swedish. And at that point, the movie's paused, like a big pause screen on YouTube. And you hear this rise and hit effect. And this laughter that erupts is so earth-shattering, so biblical in scale, that I blacked out. It was like listening to a 747 jet in terms of laughter, amplified by the sun 10,000 times. And what you just imagined is nothing compared to how loud this laughter was. People were laughing so fucking hard, I think we could have taken off into the air. Like the whole movie cinema could have gone from the basement into the sky. People fucking loved it. However, I felt like Homer Simpson, you know, when Homer Simpson extracts the crayon from his nose, and he's not laughing in the movie theater, and everybody turns around, why you ain't laughing, you know? And I'm like, you know. Yeah, there was a couple more things that I thought was interesting. I think Jack Black throughout this entire movie was either not caring, and he was just going through the motions of doing Jack Black-isms, or he was like really having fun with it. It's hard to tell what his vibe was, but I felt like he showed up on set and he did like a cameo in terms of acting. Like, just play yourself, you know? Because I don't know much about Minecraft lore, but I couldn't see Steve. I saw Jack Black. I mean, it doesn't help that Jack Black has the same beard, like off-screen and on-screen, but that was just Jack Black, which in a way kind of helped the movie for me, you know? Now, I don't know if Jason Momoa's character or the kid and the sister or the lady, I don't know if these characters actually are in the game. I know that Alex is now, I know that, but you know, they're not. But overall, I'd say this about the movie. this movie, I think, is a bit of a spiritual experience in a way, because I think that movies for a long time hasn't elicited reactions from an audience. You know, with the sheer joy that people showed, be it ironic, be it unironic, this added an excitement and an edge to viewing it. Now, a lot of people found a sort of an action-y, adventurous vibe. I found it very sexual. When I was watching this movie, I was basically sitting down thinking, you know, this movie is really edging me right now. But what's this?
Is everybody ready to suck? Let me tell you something about suck. I was sucking like a stone. Down on the nether, Jack Black came along. Jack Black, put your dick in me. Give me the power to set me free.
Joey, we can't see this movie. Grandma is in an emergency situation. You have to cancel the ticket now, okay?
No! Jack Black, I hope you never die. Oh, Jack Black, kiss me a cream pie. I used to wake up and pray during my satanic days, cause the school took away my Minecraft. Just give me a chance to get into Jack Black's pants till I build a dick in Minecraft now. Down on the mines all the time, coming out in the sun, having some fun. Fucking found the love I'm dreaming of, creeping. I'm never ever looking back, cause sex in my trap. I'm having sex inside my mind. I'm having sex in my craft. Oh, Steve had sex with me. Here we go. Grandma's fucking dead. God damn! Fuck, look at that beard! I'm having sex with the creeper! He says push it deeper! My dick's ready to blow! I'm gonna fuck right through! I'm gonna stray for you!
There's a lyric about the Ender Dragon here, but the Ender Dragon's not in the movie, what?
Down on the mines all the time, coming out on the sun, having some fun, fucking found the love I'm dreaming of. Jack Black, I'm never ever looking back, cause sex in my craft. Jack Black is in every movie. I'll have sex in my craft. Hope to God the Rock's not in the sequel. I'll have sex in my craft. Damn, what? Holy shit, this song's too long. Grandma's not alive. I didn't laugh at the Swedish joke. We need to work it out. The creepers scream and shout. They start her overload. Then my just explode. God damn, listen to that pitch rate. When you remove the vocals to a tool, it really sounds good. God damn! Jack Black's having sex with the fucking goddamn block! Whoa! Oh, can we show this to the general public? It's just straight up fucking solo! I'm never ever looking back, cause sex in my craft. I'm having sex inside my mind. I'm having sex in my craft. Popcorn sucked ass too. Coulda done better popcorn at home. Shit tasted microwaved. Hand over to movies. I think Steve sat right beside me. Maybe sex in my craft.
Sorry, I went to take a piss. What's happened? Huh? Joey, can you eat shit off stream? I think I did. Anyway, yeah, the Minecraft movie. I don't know, man. I'll say this. I'll say this, though. Regardless of what you think about this movie, I think that you will have a good time watching it. You know, but I think the quotability of this movie, the meme surrounding this movie, is gonna make a fuck ton of like people see it. You know, did you talk about the genuine actual gay sex scene in the movie? I'm not joking. Yes, at one point, spoilers everybody. Again, if you're tuning in and you're wondering, oh my god, is he reviewing the movie? Yes, I am. Jason Momoa and Jack Black is flying in this balloon, I think. Or they have like wings. That's what it was. And I think Jack Black doesn't have his wings on. And they have to position themselves in a 69-ish sex position. So Jack Black's face is right in Jason Momoa's gunch. And, you know, everybody's in each other's gunch. And, you know, it was a full manwich. And I actually, no joke, at that point started clocking out. Because I looked at Bacon and I was looking at the screen like, man, I don't know if this movie, I can sit through like 3 more hours of this. But luckily, you know, Jack Black finds a bucket and he empties the liquid from the 69 onto the floor and they splash down and they suffer a whiplash with neck injury and Jack Black is in the hospital. And Jason Momoa, you know, of course, died in the movie. But at that point, you know, I was like, okay, that's an arc in the movie, you know. But, it's real, I was there. Please Viner the unfinished rough cut version of the movie. That leak that looks like dog shit for 20 hours, please. Well, I'm glad you bring that up because on Tuesday, me and Mike will be doing a Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of that. We'll be watching the unfinished version, commentating over it, and you get to actually see Mike see this movie for the first time. I was talking to Vinny and Mike about this like last night, and Mike said he might be able to see this movie, but he also implied that you should he might only see that version. In fact, I forgot what Vinny said, but I don't think Vinny is gonna see this movie. Which I think is such a disappointment because I can't think of a bigger Minecraft fan than Vinny. Vinny owns all of the Minecraft books. Stinky Steve. Stinky Steve Goes to Jail. Stinky Steve 2, Revengeance. You know, he is a total Minecraft head. Vinny will 1000% see this in theaters, but won't see Sonic 3. Well, that's good. That's good. Because no other movie should exist besides this. In fact, I think what they should do, the posters, they should replace it with Minecraft. Okay? Because this movie has it all. Literally, every single emotion is going to be experienced when you're watching this movie. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. Horny. Unhorny. Depression. Happy again. Existential crisis. Horny, sad. Shit puke. Nausea. Sleepy. Too awake. Regret. Happy. Orgasm. Sadden. Vasectomy. Happy again. Hatred. Chicken jockey. Hypnotized. Shitalized. Boogalized. Happy. Okay. But all in all, I'll say this. I think, seriously, by the end of this, I would say this. If you are a person that is like, you know, ever since Vietnam, I kind of don't want to go outside. I'd rather just stay at home, with a cozy blanket and a nice cup of Jockey, and I would rather not subjugate myself to interacting with other people, screaming people in a movie theater. Here's what I will say. Wait until this movie comes out on streaming services. Get your Discord friends out, all one of them. Sit in a Discord call, a deafen. Watch this movie passively, come back, and when you review it, say like, I kind of liked it, I guess. Yeah. You know. I still will ignore it. Good. But, ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. From my own personal experience, I think that when it comes to these IP movies, when it comes to just on its own, what is a better movie? I think Sonic 3 was much better than this movie as its own thing. However, the experience in the theater was infinitely better with this Minecraft movie than it was with Sonic 3. Because again, normally I would find a audience full of screaming people incredibly annoying. However, with this movie, I felt everybody was taking the piss. And at that point, I was like, this is madness. This is absolute fucking madness. And I was kind of into it, because I was like, you know, I don't know the memes, but I like seeing people happy about something that I don't necessarily understand, which made it more... Because, you know, happiness and being confused is a lot at the same time. You're like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, you know, and at that, when you walk home at the end of the movie, you're like, man, that sure was something different, you know. You see what the audience is like during a Dragon Ball movie in theaters. Like Dragon Ball Evolution? What do you mean? Agundis? Agundis? No, like the super one. Slow down. Those Dragon Ball Z movies was released in cinemas? They were released on, like, Japanese VHS. What are you talking about? What? 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 Like the new ones. I don't know, the last thing I saw Dragon Ball related was when I was in Japan in 2016. I was in a bathtub, and it turns out that the place we were staying at had a TV inside the bathroom wall. And I saw, like, I don't know if this is still a thing, but back in the day when I watched Naruto, and I was like, I really want new episodes, but I can't fucking, like, I don't understand Japanese. So it was there was a term called raw, okay? So we'd go on your torrents.com, and you would desperately try to find this episode, and it was just raw before they were subtitled. And you would watch it and be like trying to extrapolate, like, maybe I understand this. And when I was in Japan, I saw the raw live, okay? Because it was Goku fighting like that Siamese cat, and I think he kicked him so hard in the gun, he like vomited all the spermsoids, you know. Goku fighting Doku. So I don't have to understand shit, man. It's Naruto, man. His name was Bobby. And we're getting sidetracked here, but I'll say this once again. If you're gonna watch a Minecraft movie, see with some friends, do a late night screening, because I think if you were to watch this at like 2 p.m., there would be like a majority of it would be children, and at that point you're like, okay, I think I'm like, I should go home and pay rent, you know what I mean? But if you watch it late at night with your buddies, get a beer, sit down, enjoy some Steve, you know what I mean? I want to scream Chicken Jockey at children. Once again, I had no idea who the fuck Chicken Jockey was, but now I know. However, I will say this was not a good thing for me to watch, because I operate completely out of spite. And from here on out, whenever I see Minecraft-related things, I will now base my lore and knowledge from the movie. Kind of like how I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I base everything on that. Alright, so from here on out, when I play Minecraft, I'm gonna be like, where's the witch? Where's Jason Momoa? Where's Chippy the Chip? You know. So I said, oh god, don't watch the DmC show then, Joel. Wasn't there a DmC anime in the early 2000s or something shit like that? Like some OVA or something? Okay, because is that better? In 2006. Yes. The new one sucks ass. The old one was way cooler. Could it be that the old one was unironic and the new one is ironic? Like the general zeitgeist of Dante's nerdiness and of being uncool is now like celebrated ironic. No, it's post-ironic. It's Japanese Metalocalypse. Oh, okay. So that unironically, I base all my knowledge on JoJo, of JoJo based on the meme house. They may make Virgil say he's the storm. Oh, ruined. Boycott now. Unrelated. Hot topic, TM. But, so, you know when we watched the Nintendo Direct, and everybody's bringing up the prices of the games, right? The people saying in North America right now, a video game might cost as much as $90 fucking dollars. Guys, I don't know if this is the same thing, but hasn't it always been this way since several years ago when if you went on the Sony store and you download a digital game, Diablo 4 was like fucking $200 or some shit like that. No, it was for me. I was trying to buy the new NHL game for my dad, and they did a really disgusting thing. They basically, physical copies are cheaper, but what they did, get this, the only available thing to buy was the collector's edition. That was a digital thing. So that meant that the only way to download this, instead of buying a physical game that was much cheaper, was to download the Turbo Limited Edition, which costed, I swear to God, 130 fucking bucks. And my dad really wanted to play this, so I said, okay, let me get my credit card. Here you go, you know. But, you know, I love my dad, so he got to play his hockey, so, But, dude, video games have always been fucking really expensive. Now, I'm not trying to, like, justify with Nintendo, because, like, bottom line, really fucking expensive. You know, like, people out here eating breadcrumbs, you know. But, you know, I don't know, man. But, like, at the end of the day, in a way, I think that, the prices of things. Here's what we do. Okay? Here's what we do. Okay? Nintendo, I challenge you. Crank up the little price on the games. Wahoo Mario. Guess what? We make a game with Mario. Called Super Duper Mario. You know, shit don't cost $90. Cost minus $1. We give you money for play it, because it is dog shit. Okay? Now, if you get the expansion pack, minus $10. I give you money. Minus money. The only stage in the game, minus world. Okay? How will this game work? I'll tell ya. Flash drive with picture of Mario. Bad ROM, no emulator. Plug it in to the Switch. It no work. That is the future. Someone said the Minecraft plot was hard to follow. Yeah, but I'll say this, yeah, the price is pretty steep for it. And I don't really have a deeper thing to say about it, except that sucks. But you know, I hopefully we can figure this shit out. But I feel in a way it don't matter if people are upset at Nintendo, because people don't fucking vote with their wallets ever. You know, like if people don't like something, it reminds me of that Modern Warfare boycott. You know, there was that Steam group that said, fuck Call of Duty, we're not gonna play it. And on launch day, that group is fucking playing it. So, people can't commit to shit if they don't like it. You know, it's like, well, I kind of am curious anyway. So that Sony and Mikey is following. Mikey Soft. Okay. The COD boycott. Okay. Genshin Impact fans do that every month. Mikey Soft. How much Swedish paying? I actually don't know. Hang on. Switch to pris. Oi, 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 oi. Ho, ho, lo, lo, ho, 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 ho. Hang on. Oh. Okay. I'm doing conversion here. To buy a Switch 2 pre-order, it's $749 to pre-order that thing. Ooh. Yeah. And that I don't think includes tax. I'm not sure. But I'll say this. Don't get a fucking console on the fucking launch. Okay, don't do it. Never do it unless you might be a scalping piece of shit. Which, you know, again, get that grift in, you know. Just wait until, you know, ask grandma, hey, you bought the Switch 2? Yes, I did. Well, can I play on it? Yeah, okay, you know. So I said, Yelly asking, will you get it for Mario Kart? I will get it for Mario Kart, but I'll say this. If I can be brutally stone cold fucking brutal about it. Mario Kart looks nice, but it doesn't interest me the same way Donkey Kong 64 2 Bonanza did, okay? Because that shit looked like a Super Mario Odyssey 2, okay? It was like a new Mario game, where I feel Mario Kart was like, yeah, it's Mario Kart, it's gonna be fun with friends, but it didn't have that je ne sais quoi of like, god damn, here we go, you know? Looked great. But, listen, guys, I'm getting very off track here, so I'll say this, see the Minecraft movie if you want to have a crazy experience with an audience that may or may not be memers, or unironic people, I don't know, but I think it is some, like, Rocky Horror Picture, The Room thing. I think people are going to throw spoons at the picture at this point. I think, like, people are going to see it on repeat viewings, and I think people are going to, like, quote this movie endlessly, because I'm sure if you use social media and if you check your Instagrams or your YouTube shorts, you know, top 10 quotes from the Minecraft movie. Number 2, Chicken Jockey. Number 3, Flint and Steel. Number 4, Crafting Table. You know, Flint and Steel. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be right back with some Minecraft content. So I'll say this. Thanks once again for listening to me talk about this. I'm sorry that I didn't appreciate the movie more sincerely, but I think for a kids movie it was completely alright. If I can give you a review on its own, at home, with nobody else to watch, a 5 out of 10. With an audience, 12 out of 10, okay? Magnum turbo quality, okay? Because you're gonna laugh at, like, what the fuck's going on, okay? Bad score! So that kids don't even like Minecraft anymore. Don't know if that's true or not, because there was, like, 2-3 children here who, like, went to Chicken Jockey. Like, they were eating the goddamn movie theater furniture. They were eating the couches. You know what I mean? And there was some catchy songs in it. Hot lava, hot chicken. You know. Anyway, so here's from Minecraft 2. Here's my little idea. Hear me out. Because I know the Ender Dragon was not in this. Very sad about that, you know. So here's what I say. Get the Ender Dragon for 2. And get The Rock to play the Ender Dragon, because fuck it, who cares? Okay, thanks for watching. Okay movie, fun experience, bye.